Okay, so I'm just going to get right to it and give you some quick tips before you do your first Doordash. When you log into your application and you get started, there's really no training manual that I could find at all. I just felt like a fish out of water. So hopefully this video helps you out a little bit before you start your first Doordash. My first tip is to bring a friend, because I would have felt so much more at ease, but my friends were all busy. So I was going shopping and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna do this on my own. So yeah, bring a friend if you can, because they can help you carry things. It's very hard to carry drinks and food and your phone for this job as a DoorDasher. Extra hands would be nice, or if you have a carry bag, like a big duffel bag, you do get one for free from DoorDash right now. They send it in the mail. I did not get mine yet, so that would be very helpful to have. The next tip I have for you is to only accept one job on your first assignment. I accepted 2 at one time and I felt really overwhelmed, and I don't think I made my deadline, and I'll tell you why. So the reason I was a little tiny bit late for I think it was my second drop off, is because the first restaurant I went into, it didn't tell me what to do on the screen. And you have to press like something that says that you've arrived. And I didn't see that at first. So you have to look very carefully on the screen, study everything. And once you continue on, it will tell you what to do next. I didn't even know what town I was going to next until it happened. So you need to play around with things and just as you go, study and study and study. Now, I wouldn't have been late for my second stop had I not even taken on a second stop, because it's the first stop that made me late for my second one. I would have had more time if I had just done one at a time. As you become more experienced, I would say get more stops. Do more at one time. Maybe you can handle 3 at a time. Maybe you can handle 4 at a time. If you have a helper, maybe you can do 5 at a time. Another factor that made me late was I didn't know, but when you get to where you're going, if the customer says to put the items on their vehicle in their carport, you have to do that, and you have to photograph it. So when I went to photograph it, it glitched because my camera is too good. And so it glitched out, it couldn't upload it. So I had to go into my settings, change it to a low resolution setting, and then go back to retake the photo. But when I went to go retake the photo, the person had already taken their goods. The second stop, of course, after I took my photograph, I was able to go there, and that's why I was late, is because of the photographing. My second stop, I also had to photograph. They didn't want their product taken to the door. They wanted it left like at their back stairs near their garage, like in a hidden area, and then you have to photograph the area and upload that. It's actually really simple doing it on your phone in the application, so it's something you get used to really quick. If you're doing more than one stop at a time, do not get the food mixed up. I kept one person's items in the very back of my vehicle and then the other person's items in the very front of my vehicle. The front of the vehicle, that order had drinks, so I have cup holders, so I kept their drinks in there. You don't want anything spilling. Treat it like you are delivering to a queen or a king, royalty. Treat it like it was your own. One reason you want to treat everything good is because it's good to be good, obviously. And also because you can lose your job. If you go below a 4.2 rating, they rate you. These people will rate you. They can rate you. And I didn't know this either, by the way. So take this seriously. This is a job. This is real. You have responsibilities and people are counting on you. So you want to do the best that you can. You want to be fast without speeding. You want to treat the food good, keep it warm, keep it cold if it's supposed to be cold, and deliver it properly. I was thinking I might even leave thank you notes and a little prize for each person. I'll show you. People would really enjoy a bag of chips, right? So put a little thank you note on here. Thank you for letting me serve you today. Oh, you can't see your ratings till you get 5. They won't show me. So I have no clue what these people said about me. Yeah, so if I do Doordashing again, I'm definitely going to leave a gift. You don't have to. This is just something that I'm going to do to make people happy. So the customer can rate you on your service, and they also show your acceptance rate in this program, okay? If you decline a job, it shows that you declined a job. I don't know if that hurts you or helps you or what. It shows your completion rate. If you take on a job and you don't complete it, that's going to be in your application. If you are on time or early, it keeps track of that. And obviously you want to be on time or early. And I think you'll get more pay or more jobs at a time if you have better ratings. So it's obviously going to help you in the long run. When the customer rates you, they will rate your communication. So say you're in a store or a restaurant and the order's not ready. You can reach out to your customer and send them a text or call them and let them know that, hey, it's not ready, but I'm doing my best for you. And also, there's this little telephone button. I think it's green. It looks like a little telephone. Yeah, I think you can call the person. I almost called them by accident, actually, when I was playing around with the application while I was sitting in the restaurant. Talk about nerve-wracking for your first time. I'm just making this video so that hopefully you know that you are not alone. Then also they can rate your order handling. So if you sit on their pizza or dump their drink, you can be rated for that. And what else? I think they can rate your friendliness, I think. So you want to be friendly. Like when I got out of my vehicle, I looked like a lost kitten. I was like, oh, that's my cat. Okay. So when you get out of your car, try to look confident and be like, hey world, I'm here to deliver these wonderful goods to you. Even if you're in like a really gross territory, just make it seem like you're in heaven or something. Yeah. Lastly, you want to keep the food cold if it's cold and warm if it's warm. So if you're quick, you probably don't need to do this, but I think they even have a Doordash store where you can buy like a space blanket to keep the food at regulated temperature. And I'm not sure, but the bag they send you in the mail, it might regulate temperature. So you might want to just wait a few days and see when that comes. But I think I'm actually going to put a cooler in my car to keep drinks cold, like with reusable ice packs in it, because I want to be the best DoorDasher I can be. The best DoorDasher at my address. Or not. I don't know. One last thing I want to mention is money. You're making money, okay? You might get a $5 tip. I was super blessed to get a $5 tip just about, I think, from both customers on my first 2 orders. Certain times of the day, you can get bonuses. So let's say you're delivering in the middle of the night or real late at night, you might get a $3 bonus, and they will say it before you start work. It'll say, hey, this is like a promo time, bonus time, and it'll tell you how much money before you even take on the assignment. Third of all, if you make $600 or more, they will send you tax documents in the mail and you will need to report them. Okay, if you have your own business, you can report it right through your business even if you don't make $600, okay? But you're probably not going to get anything from them in the mail if you don't make at least $600. Now, the tip money that I received wasn't given to me in my hand. It was put into the application. And I think they gave the tip before I even made the delivery. So if they weren't happy with me, eeks, I'm sorry. But I did do my best, especially for a first timer. Another thing, gas prices. What are the gas prices in your area right now? You need to keep in mind that you are putting wear and tear on your vehicle. And you need to keep that in mind when you're doing your deliveries. And if you're not making enough money per hour in your area, you might want to look at another job. In this area, I think it's worth it. We do not make much money per hour in this area. And Doordashing makes good money, and it's on your own time. You're your own boss pretty much. If you guys want to see more videos like this or hear some more of my money-saving tips and tricks, or business ideas, please click like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. The Classy Cheapskate.